Look at this place! There's so much to explore.
All right. All right. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I'm sorry. Wow, this sound is just like really powerful. Really amazing graphics and sound though, man. Wow. Holy smokes.
Just wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so ready for the live today. Yeah, let's go.
All right, man. Well, Sandbox and Vietnam Crypto Insights here, man. We are introducing the Sandbox Alpha Season 4. And I think we're got Cris, the infamous Cris Tran.
Yes.
Cris Tran is a fixture in the Web3 community in Vietnam. And so is Quilix. Quilix in the background here. And the Sandbox team. They're sitting there. We can barely see you guys though.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you, Sandbox. Thank you, Cris. Thank you, Terrance, for having me today. I'm so excited for the MA today, and I really want to share some background about Nam Long Dao and how we cooked the Alpha Season 4 from the Sandbox. And I really want to hear Seth and Terrance share more about the Sandbox today. The whole community, the whole Vietnamese community is so excited for this AMA today. So let's go. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, the Vietnam community, especially, is really big in gaming. And I know that from being there for over 2 years. But you're a big gamer. I guess this. How long have you been in gaming, by any chance?
For Web3 game, I have played game for like since I was 6 years old. So I watched my brother playing game. Yeah, 6 years for real. Yeah, I watched my brother playing Counter-Strike and Half-Life. So whenever I have the my mother allow me to play the game, so I come to the computer and I play the game with my brother. And for Web3 game, I have been in Web3 game since 2019. So the last season from the GameFi seasons, and I jump into ACVDT. I jump into God Unchained, and then I mostly I invest and play game by myself. But for this time, for this season, I want to start something special, something I bring the value to the community. I share my insight to the community, and I bring the opportunity to the Vietnamese community. So I start building Nam Long Dao this season. Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Terrance? What about you, Terrance? Like from the like gaming angle as well. You have been around Vietnam. I have known you for a long time too. Is gaming big enough and like interesting enough for you? And I think the answer is yes. And that's why you're in the AMA today. But let's hear your story, same as Quilix as well.
Yeah, I'm an OG gamer. I'm probably the old man on the call, but I can tell you stories going back to where quarters were a commodity in the household. And if you were a kid just like me, and you had some quarters, you were at the arcade, man. And that's how far I go back when they didn't have the consoles. I would go back when they had the standalones that you had to pay a quarter to play. So yeah, I've been in gaming for a while. I can't say that I've been so much in the Web3 gaming. But I've got a daughter that she does quite a bit of gaming, not Web3, but she's into the Metaverse type stuff like Roblox and stuff, something similar, very, very similar to Sandbox, which I've been trying to get her into, but we'll see. We'll see when she's nice. Able to segue into that.
I think the Sandbox kind of the same to Roblox. So I think she will be interested while playing Sandbox because Sandbox now have many games. I think it's the same to Roblox, and even she can learn how to earn in the game. So it could be awesome. Yeah.
So, but what's your take on the as far as the community, the Web3 gaming community in Vietnam?
What's my tech?
No,
tech,
yeah.
What's
your opinion? What's your opinion? What's your opinion?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you that the Vietnamese gamer is very strong. Like we play every game, every new Web3 games, and we reach like the top leaderboard. Yeah. But like the game guild, they don't connect to each other. Yeah, they don't like connect to each other. They don't want to fight together. They just want to go alone, and yeah, I think that is the disadvantage from Vietnamese Web3 gaming community. So, and yeah, the second thing is they just focus on the profit. The community, I mean like the community leader, they want to spend time to like collaborate with the game to bring more traction to the game and bring the value, the opportunity to the players. Because inside the game we will have like many activities like esport or game night or event, so the players can come, they can play, and they can get the rewards, like even like the money for them. But like the community leader, they just focus on grinding the game, grinding for the money, and if like they see no chance in the game, they will quit to another game. So that's not my vision to build Nam Long Dao, because like Nam Long Dao is to work with the game and to bring the Vietnamese user game, and we together we roll with the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I would like to
Yeah.
add something as well. So similar to add on what Quilix just mentioned, I think Vietnam have a unique strength when it comes to gaming industry in the region, that I think the consumption power and the aggressiveness in like playing the games and master the games are at a very high level. But at the same time, I think if your games have certain angle that allow people to be creative, to be more like a contributor, creator, stuff like that, I think Vietnam is just an amazing market for that. When you have both builder for gamer, and you have player for game as well, so it's an amazing market. And but it's a difficult market, so you need to approach it like the right way and very sustainable as well. Because if you're only coming in just like try to just use money to attract people to come and join, people get bored right away and they leave. So Seb is joining, so
All right.
probably we're gonna do one round of introduction again.
Yeah.
So Seb, yeah. Seb, I think you mute and your camera. Yeah, you're back.
Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm searching for my right background. Sorry.
No, it's good.
How are you?
Thanks for joining us, Seb.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, this is Terrance. I'm actually from the US, but I live in Vietnam, and but right now I'm in Bangkok at DEF CON. So but yeah,
yes. How was the
heard
week
a lot of
for
great
you?
things about you. Oh man, it was mind blowing. I'm not a developer, so a lot of this stuff was over my head. So, but it was. I like to learn.
Did you feel the energy? That was a great week. We held also an event called the Sand House. That was very well attended.
I seen that on my list, but there were hundreds of events, and I was kind of torn.
Yeah.
So
all right, here we are. We're all the same background now. We're ready to talk about season 4 and Sandbox.
All right.
Good.
Perfect. So Seb, I don't know. Did you want to start with the introduction? I mean, I think a lot of people know you, but just in case some people don't.
Of course. Well, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm the COO and co-founder of the Sandbox, as well as the president of the Blockchain Game Alliance. The Sandbox, well, if you're not already familiar, we're a decentralized virtual world where anyone can become a creator, make all sorts of 3D content, full games and experiences, and thanks to the use of blockchain and NFTs, truly own their creations. So they are, we've been powering like the creator economy. We've been onboarding hundreds of thousands of new creators who the first time made experiences. We have over 1,500 experiences live made by the creator published on our map, as well as more than 400 major brands and partners from all around the world. And we've been like growing. And this year, we're proud to count now over 6.3 million actually users with a wallet. And we're going to talk about the latest event of Sandbox, is season 4, which is also breaking records.
Wow! Now you've been one of the thought leaders, and you actually were one of the first that actually created a metaverse, correct? Or your company has?
I think, yes, Sandbox has been one of the pioneer, first in the space of like user-generated content, as we started the game in mobile back in 2011, already with this idea to empower anyone to make their own 2D creation and share them with on an online gallery with other users. And it's been very successful. We had over 70 million player-made creation back then. And then after we moved to blockchain and NFT around 2018, 2019, building this new version, 3D, multiplayer, PC and desktop based, or PC and Mac, using NFTs for the land, the avatar, the sand. And around that time, there were not a lot of other like decentralized metaverse company. They were essentially Decentraland, CryptoVoxels, Somnium Space, and on the centralized side, like Minecraft, Roblox, and Fortnite. Like if you consider that the metaverse really became publicly known from like 2021 when Facebook rebranded itself as Meta, and we might agree or not on the definition of it, but for us, metaverse is essentially this myriad of world and platform where you as a user can move from one to another in a total seamless manner, taking your digital avatar, your digital asset, your identity, your content, your money, from one to another in total seamless manner. Yes, I think we're one of the pioneers, because there's no other platform where you can indeed create content, buy content, to earn content, and use it somewhere else than Sandbox, or vice versa, earn content or buy content from other projects and use it on Sandbox as well.
Nice. Well, you know, Vietnam has been like one of the top 3 countries, you know, having the best performance globally in alpha season. I was just, what are your thoughts on its market potential?
I think like just maybe walking back a little bit, like the way that we introduce the metaverse to users is usually by content. Like we bring like great brands. Those brands, they attract their fans to discover, to explore, to socialize, to play game. And instead of having like just small activation one by one, once a year, we put together a major event called like the alpha season. So 4 mean like it's already the 4th iteration. And this is an event that brings a lot of content, many players, many rewards, and usually is a great driver for engagement. And this year makes no exception. The season 4 started about 5 weeks ago. It's an event that will last for 10 weeks long. It features 100 experiences, so it's a lot of content. And out of those 100 experiences, we have 40 major brands. Your favorite characters are partnered. Terminator, Hellboy, Attack on Titan, Playboy, The Voice, Love Island, The Smurf, Care Bears, Blondish, Jamie Rockway, Gordon Ramsay, you name it. Like there's really a lot of Chupa Chups, rabbits, a lot of cool stuff. And alongside 60 experiences made by the creators, the community, the top of them along this year. And this has been amazing. Like, you know, the metaverse, people don't talk so much about it in the press, in the media, so they feel like it's dead. But actually, there is so much content. There is, like on this season 4, more than 430,000 unique players already who came, who play, who actually participate. This is our highest record. We're so excited. Even when season 3 was there, we had 350,000 after the whole event. And it was like kind of the bull market. So in this bear, let's say it's still a bear market for now, we'll see.
Yeah.
Having so much audience engaging is exciting. I think it's a great proof that what we achieve is like we're improving We are people having fun. All the small upgrades that we've done month after month and over the years, they are paying off, and people are really enjoying the overall experience. And something is starting here.
Now, what is the difference from the season 3 to season 4? I guess I should ask that first.
I think it's a great question. We are basically, the season 4, first of all, runs on the new version of our game clients that we released earlier this year. It adds major performance improvement. Like literally, you jump from one experience to another in like 10 seconds. The launcher is here, so you download and you can install and play Sandbox in 1 minute instead of 10 before. You don't download gigabyte of data, but you get in very quickly. All those small improvements already contribute to make the onboarding, the user experience better. Second aspect, like the gameplay is much more varied. Actually, like you have like multiplayer game, arcade game, platformers, runner, treasure hunt, social hub, music clubs, puzzles. Like with season 3, the gameplay was much more limited, was less fun, I think, and now like all of that has evolved. Then the rewards, like you have over 170 rewards to earn through the season. Most of them comes from the brands. You can have a full outfit customized every week for the major brand like Chupa Chups, Captain Laserhawk, and Hell's Kitchen, and so on. And as soon as you join, you already get a free helmet as an NFT to get started. And if you play roughly 30 minutes to 1 hour and you level up to level 5, you earn roughly 25 cents. So we really wanted people to bring more people to Web3, give them token, give them NFTs as they engage and play through. And then if you want to earn more, you have to buy the Alpha Pass 4. And the Alpha Pass 4 costs 25 cents, which is basically if you play half an hour, you get it for free. And you can earn from there more, up to 300 cents, I think. And then if you own avatars or land and being part of our community, you can earn even more, up to 1,300 cents. The mechanic as well of earning is more fair for everyone. So instead of only like you win if you rank in the leaderboard based on like who has the lowest time or the highest score, you are leveling up as you collect ethos points across the different experiences. The more you level up, the more you unlock rewards. And as you have more ethos points, you rank in the leaderboard and you get a chance to win the Alpha Pass for free. But it's not guaranteed. It's just like a higher chance based on your ranking, which again is more fair for everyone to get an Alpha Pass, whether they played a lot or not. Of course, you play a lot, you have more chances, but still, if you're lucky, you're lucky. And I like that because overall, we can see that people are less fighting against like, oh, wow, he was able to make in 0.01 second than less than me. And how is it possible? He must be cheating and so on. And everyone also enjoy more like the fact that it's not each other. It's not a player versus another for the reward, but like the reward will be equally distributed. They are guaranteed for the players. So like in a way, like it's much more social and community driven.
Now, have you seen a lot of cheating, or have you eliminated a lot of it as far as, you know, the potential for that?
I think it's definitely something that's present in Web3 games. We are aware, we have a team dedicated that constantly monitor all the behaviors. That's why we also require all the players to participate to be KYC verified. That's one of the criteria that we use to detect if users are actually who they are claiming to be. That's not the only one. We're analyzing like the way they're playing, their progression time, how they are completing or not certain actions, and also how they are buying the pass or not on the marketplace and so on. So we have many ways to detect the cheaters. And when we have a doubt, there's still a chance. So basically, we are going to ask those users which the algorithm used by the anti-cheat team detect there is a higher chance that they might not be a fair user. They will re-ask them to proceed to a certain number of verification in case of doubt. And in case they fail to do so, then they will be qualified as a cheater. So we try again to be fair. We have the customer support as well to appeal in case there was any algorithmic mistake based on the detections, but it's pretty accurate so far. I mean, we're proud that even if people think otherwise, the detection we have is, and of course, people who are affected and are found as cheater, they will be also quite vocal as trying to complain and game the game. But well, good luck.
I want to get to Quilix. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you hanging there. Quilix, you're in Vietnam, and you know the potential. What do you think of the potential of the market there? And you played the game too. Tell us about how you feel about both playing the game and the potential for the growth there in Vietnam.
Yes, so my take is after 2 years, I think the game has launched its next season with a brand new gameplay experience. So so compared to the previous seasons, I find this one is much more engaging in terms of the daily quest, the experience point sharing, and expanding the risk to the new players. But I think additionally, the collaboration with the gaming guilds is having the sandbox attracts more players in this season 4. So I spent it's for real. I spent the whole day to play the sandbox today because I'm the Vietnamese ambassadors, and I really want to play the game today and to share more about the game with my friends, with my community, and bring them to the AMA and listen to Sebastian to share more about the Alpha Season 4. Because we last week we had a game night with the sandbox, and we win many tokens, and everyone is happy. But not only happy, they find them can join in making content in the sandbox and host activities for them to play in the sandbox. So very interesting for this Alpha Season 4.
Nice. Now, also, I wanted to ask you, so what do you think about the potential of the market there? I mean, I live there too, and I've been there for a couple of years. What do you think of the potential of the market there as being a big GameFi community in Vietnam?
Yeah, it's very potential, and I think the Web3, the meta of this season is changing. The players, they don't focus on playing and reading the token from the game. They learn it very different from the last seasons because when they join the game, especially when they play with the community like Nam Long Dao, they find them can even they play the game, they can read the content, they can read the skin, and then can join the event to earn the rewards like skin NFT or that skin NFT or token. And they find it's very they play it and they enjoy it. It's different from the last season because the GameFi season back to 2021 when everybody want to play the game and get the money and then they get out of the game. It's very different.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's potential because many gamers now they coming from Web 2. They know what Web 3 gaming is, and they coming to play the game. Off the grid, right? Off the grid bring many traction from the Web 2 industry into the game, and they even reach the top one free-to-play game on Epic Game. So many Vietnamese, they come and they play the game, and I just saw that many people, they play the game just for fun, not for the money. But it actually a Web3 game, you also need to go to extract for the NFT. You bring the NFT, you extract for the token. But the operation, the blockchain operation is invisible. And people just come to the game to play and to have fun with the game because of the gameplay, not the economy. So I think it's the same to the sandbox. Yeah, it's the gameplay, not economy. So many people, they play upper grid, and the upper grid is too violent, violent shooting games. So they will move to the game have many the party game, like the sandbox. They will chill, they will have fun, they will play it with their friends and play with the community like us. So it's gonna be so interesting in this season 4. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
so
Sam,
happy
I
to
want.
hear
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
about that. Just a few quick comments. It's true, like the great diversity of gameplay. The metaverse is not a place just to fight and to shoot at each other. It's to
Right.
educate, to connect,
Yeah.
to explore, to be amazed, to have fun.
Yes.
There are cooking games that promote like Filipinos culture, for example. There's a
Yeah.
game made in Thailand to learn how to make their national dish. There are
Wow.
arcade game where you have to just provide the different ingredients to Gordon Ramsay. There are like multiplayer Bomberman like with Cut the Rope and so on. So it's pretty cool, and we added even more spice, I would say, during the season 4. We have a
Yeah.
Halloween game jam that was launched with
Yeah.
Chupa Chups for the creators. And we also have, right now, it just launched today, a transformation event. So all the avatar can be transformed into one if they want an NFT, and they unlock extra quests and new rewards. So there is a renewal in the gameplay. Our team put a lot of love and effort, so the 10 weeks don't look all the same. And I think I'm glad to hear you having fun.
Thank you.
Now, I had a related question to that, Seb, because my daughter is a really hardcore gamer. She's only 8, but she's a hardcore gamer, but she's in the metaverse on a different platform, Roblox. Of course, she's probably not old enough for Sandbox, given the economy aspect of it. But she was asking, are you guys going to have a element there to remodel the characters? Because she's really kind of into this remodeling character thing. I think she's playing something called Dandy's World or something like that, where they can remodel the characters. And you said something about they could do something with it, change the character to an NFT or something to that effect. Is that something similar?
So I think, first of all, like Roblox and Sandbox have a few fundamental differences. The main one is indeed the fact that we are using blockchain, so that anything you buy, anything you create, or anything you own is actually really yours. When you're spending real money for your daughter, buying her Robux, those Robux is a virtual currency, and it's not hers. Like Roblox can take it away from her at any time. And if she stopped playing, all that money on that Roblox is also lost. Basically, you cannot take it out of the platform, cash it out, etc. So even if she plays and she earns some into the game, she cannot turn this time into something a bit more productive and learning a bit about like financial literacy, etc. The second thing is like Roblox is a very kids-focused platform, even though they might try to aim for an older audience. Sandbox is a platform that essentially meant and used by users from 18 to 45 plus, and the content is more family friendly and for adults. The diversity of experiences and brands, the safety is important as well, so you're not leaving your kids into a world where there might be like people with bad intention. We are promoting the understanding that what you create, what you buy with a Sand token is yours. You can exchange it with a user. You can sell it at any point of time. You can actually even earn a revenue creating your own content. So most of the kids that play Sandbox, actually, they do it more for like the creation side, by the way. They download the Vox Edit, the Game Maker, and like with their parents, long time, or in school or academy, as like we have many schools around the world that are using Sandbox as an education tool for game making. They are creating their campus, their school, or some other nice project. So I've been very impressed to see what 9, 10 years old and older have been making on the platform in Thailand. Actually, I met one of the youngest creator in Thailand 2 years ago during our creator day there. In Hong Kong and essentially in Asia, yes.
Now we noticed there's some bans in the community on Sandbox lately. Can you shed some light on that as well, Seb?
So I go back a bit to what I've described before around like the anti-cheat mechanism. Like we are detecting certain usage pattern from the user. Okay. Typically, the bans are being triggered by a few factors. One is like the identity of the user that was provided during the verification process doesn't match with where they're playing from, and several other patterns. The second, we want to believe that some people have large family when they are playing, but somehow we might have some doubts when like you're playing with 10 accounts from the same computer and the same IP address. So that's also might flag you potentially as a cheater. And so as well, like if we see you were able to buy an NFT or a pass, but instead of buying one, you bought 1,000, 100 or 1,000, and you distributed it each one of them, you typically have like a similar behavior pattern as what we've seen with other cheaters. So we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. You can still appeal. We will review it, but because it's on chain, because it's transparent, these are like factors that contribute to prove like you are not playing fairly. You're not following the rules that have been set in the term of the season. And we have different communication channel as well, like the Jira support replies to the ticket. On Discord, all the ambassadors and community managers are replying very fast. On social media, we're trying to reply as well, but there's no point into like posting in all social channels at the same time if you already have a ticket created or if you already talked on Discord and someone is on your case.
Now, Quilix, I had a question for you. How does somebody onboard the Sandbox? What kind of advice would you give them if they wanted to get on board?
If they want to get on board the Sandbox, well, first they have to find a right guild to play with. A right guild, because like the guild and the guild leader, they will host many activities on the Sandbox. I mean, like for Nam Long Dao, we host the event quickly for the user. They come, they play, and instruct them to play the game. Yeah, and the first advice is to find the right guild to play the Sandbox in your country. And I think the second advice is.
How do they find you? I don't mean to interrupt you, but how do they find you in the guilds?
In Vietnam. You mean in Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
Because we are top one. Everybody knows us. Everybody knows us. So they come and they play with us because like
can they send you a message and tag you?
Yeah, and because I'm a Vietnamese ambassador, so I will post my post on Twitter, and also my guild will post the content. So we will acquire the user to come and play with us. So I also have a team, so they go around the social to see what happening, and if anyone they want to play the Sandbox in Vietnam, my team will invite them to play with Nam Long Dao. And I will go on with the second advice. So the second advice is you should learn from the guild, and also you can go to YouTube. You can find many YouTube videos to play and to learn how to bring the reward from the YouTubers. And the third advice is you don't need to only play the game. You can like design all the things you want in the Sandbox. And I think that is the advantage from the Sandbox, because like where the gamers, they come, they play the game, and accidentally they become a designer because like they love the game and they want to make something special for them in the game. So they can use like the like the design tool to create the item in the game. Yeah. So and you can also use the item to sell on the marketplace. So this will be awesome. Yeah. So that's my 3 advice for the new players.
Okay, that's a good one. And Seb, I had a question for you as also. Thanks so much. Now, Vietnam has set forth a declaration last month, and they declared that they have a goal to be the blockchain leader in the world globally in the next 5 years by 2030. And I was wondering how is Sandbox positioning to engage the Vietnamese audience and to drive that, drive the growth of Sandbox and Sandfan community in Vietnam?
I think it's a great question. Like the way we're doing it is by having like our small team on the ground represented by Cris, who is our head of growth in Vietnam and supported by like a few members as well. And we organize events, first of all, that we were present during GM Vietnam, the largest Web3 conference in Ho Chi Minh and in Vietnam. We are directly onboarding brands and partners toward like acquiring a land, building on their land. We are running like creator meetups and bootcamp to educate the first creator to launch their own experience as well, like Quilix was describing. And we're also like establishing partnership with other Web3 projects on the ground so that we can grow together and explain what Sandbox is, what can be done on Sandbox, and hopefully build great experiences that help as well them to engage their audience, distribute reward, and more. So there are some of the initiatives. We also are ambassadors, a lot of KOLs and ambassadors in Vietnam that are representing, playing Sandbox, engaging and educating users about how to play and how to create, and distributing rewards for their community as well. So that's definitely helpful here.
Now, is it a hard process to create and to play? I mean, is it a short learning curve or a long learning curve?
We're trying to make it as short as possible. You know, you can always make something really quickly, just deploying a template, drag and dropping a few assets, and here you go. But we also, as a game maker, has added a lot of more advanced features. Specifically this year, you can customize your own UI UX. You can introduce your own rules to change the gameplay. We have introduced more tutorials and creators documentation for the creators on our Gitbook. And we even organize bootcamps, 2 days bootcamps for medium and advanced creators to improve their skills. I think in Vietnam, since Sandbox is only here since this year, we validated there is a great potential, and we announced our presence in Vietnam last June. We are still in the early phase of like, let's make people try, become, and give them the taste to create, the taste to own, the joy of having fun playing and earning some NFTs and tokens. And hopefully next year we'll have more advanced creators from there.
All right. And do you know a lot of creators, Quilix? And I guess you're the one that's guiding them.
No, I don't know many creators from the Sandbox, but I know many gamers and KOL working with the Sandbox in Vietnam. And I'm so friend with them. And we play, we have many activities to play the game together between the guilds. Yeah. And yes.
So if you have someone that wants to create games in Vietnam, do they come to you then, and then you steer them to the right?
Yeah, I also have the connection with some gaming studio in Vietnam, so we can make like game on Terrance app on the Sandbox. Yeah, I know a big guy who can design everything in the Sandbox Vietnam. And yeah, every game they want to make, they come to find us, and we will connect them to our connection. So yes, we can handle it. Yeah,
because you and I both know there's a lot of game designers, and I actually know several. I know we interviewed about 3 of them the past couple months anyway. But they were mainly doing those mini app games. I just wanted to get you. I know this is kind of a side question, Seb, but I wanted to get your thoughts on those mini app games. Do you have any thoughts on that, or do you think those are a competitor or no?
So the way I see Telegram and the Telegram mini game is, first of all, like Telegram provide an amazing distribution network with close to 1 billion users who are like engaging daily, chatting, and so on, and avid of playing experiences. And Telegram mini apps, they are very accessible. It reminds me of HTML5 games at the beginning of HTML5. They provide like snack bites, small experience that you can enter in a second. The short loading time, nothing to install, but the gameplay is also very light. Like you have like casual, hyper casual content, idle clicker, but it's not games that are like with a lot of live ops, a lot of update and so on. That might come later as the technology gets even better and better. But it's a great way for now to introduce more people to gaming. And the wallet integration has been done in a very seamless way so that people can earn crypto, can use crypto, spend crypto as well, and collect NFT super smoothly. And that's the strength. And I think like overall this year, we are seeing like the Web3 gaming has been growing massively, but still very fragmented because on one side you have Telegram games, mini apps, we have like you have games on Ethereum, on Polygon, on Immutable, on Avalanche, on Ronin, etc. And those ecosystems, they are not connecting yet. People are using Telegram mini apps more as a user acquisition strategy, trying to get a snack bite demo of their full game, which is on another platform. But this will evolve. And I hope as well as like the quality, I mean, not the quality, but the retention of those games that are on Telegram are going to increase. People will not just be jumping to another app, but they will start to stay hooked into certain apps a longer time. And it will become a platform that's not just for acquiring users to move them somewhere else, but for people to play and stay on it.
Nice. Thanks. That's a pretty good answer. I never thought about it like that. So those are kind of, in your opinion, they're kind of like the HTML5 games where they're probably not, they're just going to be a fad, you think? Perhaps.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to keep monitoring this space. Like pay attention, don't necessarily, I mean, like telling me today, like, oh, my strategy is to make a Telegram mini game. That's not a strategy. It's a way to distribute. It's a user acquisition mechanism, but it's not a strategy per se. Like it's so, but it might evolve if the platform indeed prove users are monetizing, are spending on it, and so on. Little bit like Facebook Messenger game back in the day, or all the WhatsApp game and so on.
Yeah, we don't hear anything about those anymore, right? So what's your thoughts, Quilix, as far as the future of the gaming industry as far as in Sandbox here in Vietnam? I should say in Vietnam. I'm not in Vietnam right now. I'm in Bangkok.
Oh, okay. So I think the future is many Vietnamese brand will come to the Sandbox. And I see Cris and the Vietnam Sandbox team is working on it right now. I see many famous esports team, Vietnam esports team will come and they will have many activities for their Web2 gamers. And and I really like it because, you know, like they can onboard their user, their gamers, their members to the Sandbox. So from the Sandbox, they can onboard to the other game in Web3 gaming industry. So I think that is a good strategy because like the gamers from the esport, like the Web2 esport is very, they are very crazy in reading the game, playing the game. And once they know they can play the game and all the reward at the same time, they're gonna be hunger for it. Like they're gonna be like, they want to play the game every day. They want to explore more games in the Sandbox and in the Sandbox and the other game in the Web2 gaming. So yeah, it's gonna be a big change for all mass adoption in Vietnam. Like like the government, they have right now they have many like laws to push the blockchain gaming in Vietnam in the next 5 years. And I think with the strategy that the Sandbox Vietnam working right now, I think it will connect more of like Web2 gamers to follow the law, the government. I think the government gotta support the Sandbox in making it happen. So I'm really excited because like I'm a guild leader, I'm a KOL. So when like the pool right now, we just like we don't know everybody. and we don't have any new people come to the industry. But with the strategy that the Sandbox is working and the government, I think we will have more players, new players in the near future, and like in the upcoming months. Yes.
And Seb, I wanted to ask you. I know we probably got about less than 10 minutes here, just checking the time. But I was asking you, what do you think is? I mean, there's a lot of gamers. I mean, I'm sure Quilix can attest to this. I mean, every cafe that you go to, there's young gamers, a lot of Web 2 gamers. There's some Web 3 gamers. But what is your take on presented this to them and as an alternative to Web 2 gaming in Vietnam?
First, I think like I'm very impressed like how Vietnam is like truly a gamer market. Like in Sandbox, like look, season 4, Vietnam ranks among the highest playing country. So that's a great news, and that's without so much effort. Like the network effect, the word of mouth when they love something is important, and it works. Second is like Vietnam has a great opportunity here with Web3 to actually like make their player base as valuable for the gaming company as any Western market or what we call the tier 1 countries, typically in the gaming industry. Why is that? Because like now, like when they earn tokens, those tokens, they have the same value no matter the country you're from. And when they are purchasing avatars or different NFT equipment as they play as well, in Sandbox but across other games, they didn't buy it at a lower price than other markets. So it's interesting to see like the users, their purchase power, the quality is on par with other countries, meaning like it will make Vietnam as a gaming market attractive to the gaming company from Japan, from US, from Europe. And I hope that we can also rise the profile of Vietnamese creators, because I believe like UGC is the future of gaming. And once we will have more and more creators on platform like Sandbox and other platforms that allow them to own and sell their creation, we also are going to see like the similar pattern and like more attention toward like Vietnamese markets.
All right. I think Chris is chiming in here. Am I supposed to? Chris, are you there? I think he messaged me that he wanted to chime in here before we end the session, but I don't see him on here. But did you guys have any sort of? Oh, there he is. All right, he's back. He's back. I'm sorry. All right, Chris. Sorry to leave you hanging, buddy. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you have some words for the audience?
I think Seb, I think amazingly about the market. I think since I first joined the Sandbox, I think I has been too bullish about the market to share with the global team about Vietnam, and I think they partially believe it and see it some way, but I think the speed of movement and the user that we were able to develop within a very short year has I believe blow everyone's mind away, and it's just only the beginning. I believe it's only the beginning, and I think the Sandbox and the entire Web3 gaming industry will benefit from the overall growth of like the cryptocurrency market that we're gonna see in the next phase. So until then, I think I only have one thing that I keep bragging about, the Sandbox, and I think that's something that we do really different with other, like Web3 powerhouses, that we put a lot of effort in working with traditional brands because we feel like that's where a lot of the, like newbies, the F0 players, first-time crypto holders, stuff like that, get into the industry. And of course, like there's no easier way to get into the Web3 through a game. Like it's just a game, right? You just turn it on, play it, and then you got some, like first few token, your first NFT through airdrop or something like that, and then your journey start, right? So I think with that, I think not that many company right now in the Web3 space is doing better than the Sandbox, and that's from a very neutral perspective, not just because I'm working at the Sandbox at the moment.
Did you guys have any final words, since we have just a few minutes, for the audience, and about the Sandbox, and how they can join, and how they can be a part of it?
Do you have any question for Seb, or you should set a date with Seb, because he's flying to Philippines next week as well for YGG Summit. So Quilix will be in Philippines as well. It will be in Philippines.
Yes. I will fly to Manila last week, and let's see if we go to the same event, and let's catch up later in real life.
Absolutely, I'd love to meet you in real life, indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Additionally, a few last words. I mean, like, the season 4 is still ongoing. We're week 5 out of 10 weeks. It will be running until December 18, 19. And so you still have a chance to enter it right now, to play, to earn some sand, to earn some NFTs, to grow, to connect with other Vietnamese player and global player, and bring Vietnam as the #1 playing country eventually. I would think that would be a very interesting goal and a big success story that Cris will be happy to share if that's the case. And in the meantime, we'll also probably have like a few major announcements for Vietnam coming up. Cris is cooking something, so stay tuned. And I can't wait to come back to Ho Chi Minh to meet our local community there of players and creators.
Nice. Sir, I'll be happy to share. Any other comments, so Quilix?
I just want to say a few things. There is no Sandbox in the Metaverse. The Metaverse is Sandbox. So if you want to explore Metaverse, the first place you should come is the Sandbox. And I believe that with Cris and the Sandbox Vietnam team, we're gonna cook the Sandbox in Vietnam to the next level. If you guys are watching the live stream right now and you want to fly a place to play Sandbox together, then come to Nam Long Da. We will guide you. We have like the best player in Vietnam, the best aliens in Vietnam, and we will guide you to do anything, to rig anything in the Sandbox. So thank you for the live stream today. Thank you for coming today, Sebastien, the legend. Thank you, Terrance. Thank you, Cris. Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys as well. Did you have any final words, Cris?
Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time on a Friday night, especially Terrance, you still in Bangkok, figuring out, on week, and then Sebastien is actually doing, a personal meeting as well. But take some time to take a call with us. See everyone in the Metaverse, and let's make Vietnam really big. That Sebastien can visit Vietnam at least 3-4 times a year, something like that.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Quilix. Thanks, Cris, and thanks a bunch, Sebastien. I know you're a busy guy, going back and forth to DEF CON. You're in Vietnam right now? Or are you going to Vietnam pretty soon? Or Manila, right?
I'm heading next week. So I was in Bangkok. Okay. I'm still in Thailand. I'm moving to Shanghai
nice.
By Monday, and then I will be in Philippines Tuesday afternoon.
Okay. Well, look forward to seeing you in Vietnam. I'm in Bangkok too right now, but look forward to seeing you. I look forward to playing the game too, man. I'm gonna see if I can get my daughter on there eventually, because I'm tired of spending all this money.
Okay, let me know how she enjoys Sandbox.
Yeah, I will. All right. Well, thanks, you guys. Good. And thanks for everybody joining us.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sebastien. Goodbye, Terrance.